All right, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Ruff-Neck Truck Series. Tonight we are here at Kentucky for 100 laps. It's been fun racing all week. We've had the Monday Night Cup Series here at Kentucky. They ran 100 laps. It was a very fun race. I don't think I finished too well, though. But it was a very fun race indeed. And tonight we should have the same fun here on the track. Right now they are out in qualifying. They got about 3 minutes left in qualifying, and James Wagner, talked to him a little bit earlier last night. He said he was looking to get a win here. He's been putting in a lot of practice, and he thinks he has a good shot, but he's got a lot of drivers out there that are hungry for that win too. You have Johnny Hurst. He has been putting in some fast times, especially in the Cup Series. He's going to try to bring it over to the Truck Series. And we also have you have Smith. He's been running good all night. You have Matthew Gall. He's been running good all season. And also Mr. Ace Matthew Barker. Another driver that I will be looking out for is going to be Christopher Barker and Mr. Rick Baldwin, all putting in some blazing fast times in practice. And they also ran a really good race on Monday night. So let's get ready to tune in to the qualifying. Usually I do have the national anthem, but file got deleted somehow. But I will have it back up by next Monday. All right, goes Merrick saying, "Come on, JD, to the win." And that is another driver that right now he is sitting with the fastest time of a 31.445. He was another driver that ran a really good race on Monday night. Him and Mr. Merrick. But we got about 2 minutes of qualifying, so you got enough time to go out and go get you that ice cold beverage and maybe grab you a snack and settle in for the 100 laps. But while we are waiting for qualifying to end, let's go ahead. Oh, I got something. There we go. While we're waiting on qualifying to end, let's go ahead and take a look at one of tonight's sponsors. That's weird. All right. For some whatever reason, that did not want to do right. But it is tonight's race is sponsored by Mag Real Estate, and we have James Wagner Welding out there as one of our proud sponsors. But I got about a minute left in qualifying. I will get that ad screen fixed. I don't know exactly why it wanted to do the way it was doing, but about 43 seconds left in qualifying, and Daniels and Chris Phillips are going to be maybe starting on the front row. You got Dale Adamson. He is going to be trying to put in his last minute time. And let's see how he is making out. And actually, he is just finished up. So Adamson, he's going to be sitting about 13th. As of right now, 22 seconds left. And we will be getting green flag racing. Well, I guess it's safe to go ahead and show tonight's lineup. And we got John Daniels and we got Chris Phillips. They are going to be starting on the front row. Row number 2 is going to be looking like Stephen Chu and Daniel Love. Row number 3 is Chris Barker and Alex Barry. Yeah, I just totally butchered that number. That name. It's been a long day. Harry. And row number 4 is looking like Mr. Doug Wagner and John Houston, Matthew Barker and Johnny Hurst are going to be starting on row number 5. Row number 6 is going to be Andrew Smith and Jeff Scott. Oh, Mr. Giggity Carl himself. And you have Dale Adamson, and he is going to be sitting right there in 13th, and 14th is going to be Matthew Gall. Row number 8 is going to be Chris Ramsey and Rick Baldwin. Row number 9 is going to be Chad Hawkins and Matt Worrall. Row number 10 is going to be Mikey Devino and Jeff Ledford. row number 11. Row number 11 is going to be Mr. Tim Richardson, and that is going to be tonight's lineup. Everybody is starting to grid in. There are your drivers. There is your pole sitter, Mr. John Daniels, in that 02. We'll see what he can do for the rest of the night. He starts on the pole, and he'll try to finish there. But we got quite a few viewers out there on the stream. Appreciate y'all stopping by and joining me on this wonderful Wednesday evening for Ruff-Neck Racing Truck Series. All right, pace truck is taking off, waiting for those trucks to start making their formation lap. A little tire spin from John Daniels. All right, as we have quite a few viewers out there, tell me who you're rooting for. I know John Daniels is out there. Riley from Australia, appreciate you stopping in. Viewing from across the pond, we definitely appreciate it over here at Southern Broadcast Gaming Network. Now, if you're new to the channel, we do have the Roku channel, so you can go on your phone app, on your Roku app on your phone, and you can download the Roku channel onto your smart device. If you have Roku TV, you can download the channel and automatically appear on your Roku TV. And you'll be able to tune in on the big screen. We have video on. We have race on demand. We have you can go back and look at past races, and you can also view this live race. But it looks like we are getting ready to go green flag racing as John Daniels gonna watch the pace truck dive off the track, and we're gonna hit that Geico restart zone. The leader has to wait on the green flag here at the initial start, and then every other restart, it will be on the leader. All right, and green flag is going to be out, and we are green flag racing here at Kentucky Speedway. All right, coming through that tri-oval into turn number 1. That low lane is going to have a little bit of a challenge from the outside lane, and that's going to be Chris Phillips. He's going to lose a little bit of ground, but he's still going to be right there. He has about a fender. Oh, and we are ready. Got somebody spinning, and that's going to be James Wagner is going to be in trouble. And we got a couple others that are going to be in trouble also. So we're going to have to rewind here at lap number 1 and find out what happened to that number 30 of James Wagner. All right, looks like James Wagner coming into turn number 1. He might just touch that apron just a little bit, and that slides that truck out of shape. You can see that rear end getting really loose, and Johnny Hurst, he has nowhere to go. He's trying to check up, and may have been, nope, there's going to be an outside contact. And that's going to send the 30 down the track. But everybody checking up behind. And it looks like Jeff Scott may have made it through, but the 78 right there behind, he is going to have a little bit of spin right there, as you can see him come right back down the track into traffic. And whammo. He's going to take a little bit of damage, so he's going to have to use that fast repair here tonight. First caution here at lap number 1. And let's go back live as John Daniels going to bring him back to the start-finish line. And we're going to watch pit road be a little bit busy here on lap number 2. All right, let me put that tower up so you know where all your favorite drivers are. And there they are. '79 going to be bringing his truck down. Mikey Devino got the fastest time in 1 minute 5 seconds. Great job there, Mr. Devino. And now it's going to go to Tim Richards. He's got the fast lap. He got it at 52 seconds. All right, John Daniels still out here leading at lap number 3. Couple trucks in pit road. That's going to be James Wagner. You got Matthew Gall, got Matt Worrell, and Chris Ramsey all getting their trucks repaired and getting ready to go back green flag racing. Now, some of these drivers may still save that fast repair. Favorite baseball team is the LA Dodgers. Well, as the Dodgers are really good, I kind of stuck to Atlanta Braves. They've always been really good. But I know there's always a team out there that's a little bit better. Well, lap number 4 is underway, and we are under caution still. We should be getting lined up here very, very shortly. Double file, and like I said, the restarts will be on the leader. And there they go. The pace truck lights are off. And if you take a look at Kentucky, it is not your typical mile and a half. Now, as it does have the tri-oval, it has a bend in the tri-oval, so it extends the tri-oval. And if I can get a blimp cam, you'll be able to kind of see it as they come back into turn number, just before they come into turn number 1. I'll kind of show you, but looks like Chris Ramsey has I thought he was going to be retired, but he went in and he got some repairs done, and now he's back out on the track, so he's going to be good to go. Hopefully he still has a lot of power. Looks like we got the one truck might be getting the EOL. And looks like here they come into turn number 3. 13 is just now keeping up, catching up to the tail end of the field. 01 is going to be starting at the tail end of the field. And we will go back green here at the start of lap number 5. And John Daniels and Chris Phillips still out front at Foothills Motorsports Chevrolet, trying to get out front. All right, Geico restart zone is on John Daniels, and off he goes. And he's going to leave the outside lane in the dust, crossing the start-finish line. And you can see that, let's go back towards the back of the field. If you can see it, it has a kind of an extended tri-oval. And then it goes into turn number 1. And we'll go back down as we are out front with John Daniels. And it looks like Chris Phillips, he's going to lose a position to Steven Shue. That 00 Toyota is looking to the bottom of the racetrack as he goes into turn number 3. He's going to push up the track just a little bit. Not going to be able to get there as the 02 is going to use the outside lane. Now Kentucky, from my experience of running here in the Gen 6 car, that low line can get a little bit loose, but if you run that high line, you can get a heck of a run on the top side. And right now, we're going to be looking at a single file line, and we're going to go back to the field as we have Johnny Hurst. He was kind of under fire. I do believe that was on Johnny Hurst. No, that is going to be Jeff Scott. He has got Adamson right there to the inside. They're going to make contact. Adamson is going to be loose. What a save! What a save, Giggity Carl. Yeah, man, Giggity Carl kind of got in together, and it looks like Hawkins, he is going to be trying to make up a little bit of ground from that incident, and he has got Rick Baldwin and Adamson right there in front. Now, you're going to see a few of these cars really hang back, as it looks like Jeff Scott is going to put the fastest lap on the racetrack, and they're probably going to hang back, trying to save a little bit of those tires for the end of the run. Now, that is probably a smart thing to do, because we've seen a lot of green flag racing in the Monday Night Truck Series, and Mikey Devino, he's going to be riding that top line. As we told you before, he is. You can get a lot of momentum on the top line, but you're going to really have to save those tires. And a lot of these guys are going to be ripping it down to the bottom. As you can see, the 78 he's going to rip it down to the bottom, but the 8 is going to have to run off the corner. And we got somebody blinking back here, as I see debris everywhere. And I believe that is going to be the 28. He's got a little bit of a connection issue. Hopefully he can get that straightened out. As back up front, we have a battle for the lead. It is going to be the 00 and the 02. That is going to be Steven Shue and John Daniels, as the battle is heating up behind them too, and that's going to be Daniel Loves and Chris Phillips. The 71 is going to be looking down to the bottom, and the 6 is going to be up to the top, and the 02 is going to lose the lead. Oh, randomness incoming. What's up? That's my buddy Mark Bristow. He's got a new podcast coming up very, very soon. Be looking for that on the audio version of Southern Broadcast Gaming Network. He's definitely been putting a lot of work into it, so definitely be on the lookout for randomness incoming. And you might hear me on that podcast a few times, if he allows me. But the 02 is starting to lose a little bit of ground. He's already going to be down 3 positions right now. He's going to be scored in the fourth position. You got Daniel Love and John Daniels battling it out for that 3rd spot, and it looks like the 71, he's going to get a little bit of help from the 46. The 46 of Christopher Barker. He is going to be on that high line coming into
turn number 1. And it looks like John Daniels, he's going to be falling back to 5th. But this could be a little bit of a strategy. But looking at back here at Johnny Hurst, he's in his own little hornet's nest as he's looking to the bottom of the track, along with Giggity Carl, going to be right there in tow. Using a little bit of draft work, and you can get a little bit of help from the draft here at Kentucky. But coming out of turn number 4, he's going to get a little bit sideways. Now, Buddy saves it. Johnny Hurst is watching this from his rearview mirror, and this is what he sees. He sees a battle, and he wants them to use up the tires so he doesn't have to deal with them later. All right, well, lap number 12 is complete as we do have the new leader, and that is going to be Steven Shue. Steven Shue has got quite a bit of a lead, and that's going to be about 0.6 of a second over Phillips. Phillips had been hung out on that high side, and he may have used up a little bit more tire than he wanted to, or he's just hanging back and not really racing it out, waiting until later, making Steven Shue use up what he has. Daniel Love and Christopher Barker, they're going to be hanging out one position up from where they started. Got the promo to my channel, and we'll post it in the SBGN tonight. Thank you for the shout. Not a problem there, Mark. I appreciate you putting that all together, and yeah, I can't wait to see what it sounds like. All right. Well, it is lap number 13 underway, and this man is coming to the line. He's going to start lap number 14, and he has extended his lead out to almost 0.7 of a second. You got Daniel Love. He's fallen off just a little bit, but he's still got Christopher Barker right there in 4th. Coming out of turn number 2. What a run. He's got a little bit of draft. He's going to push up the track. Can he get the run to the outside? No, he's going to look to the inside. And here is the battle for the 3rd position. 71 going to be stuck up to the high side, and the 46 is going to have it for the moment, but is he going to be able to complete the pass? 71 is going to have a nice little run on the outside. And 71 is going to hold it just for the moment, but that is some good side-by-side battling for that 3rd position. Who's that? Oh! Penguin. What's up, man? I don't have my Discord up. Better late than never. At least we know what happened. We saw the 01 and the 28 go to the back. It looks like he had a connection issue, but man, whoop.
A Discord that there might be some problems with one of the wheels after an update, so that could be what it is. I believe he's running a Fanatec, so.
Oh Lord, I run a Fanatec.
No. Well.
Look, I'm ghetto fabulous with my Logitech, okay?
Nothing wrong with that. Well, we appreciate that info. Definitely do.
Alrighty.
Hop in
We'll see you
anytime.
after the next one.
Alrighty, man. All right, and that was our race control, and we got Jimmy Pilot out there. He is saying, "Let's go 279, 96, and 4." And let's go check. And see where they all are. There is going to be the 2. That is Mr. Tim Richardson. He's in 14th position right now. The 4, he is going to be in 6th, and he's got a challenge from the inside. That's going to be the 20, and. Is he going to be able to keep it? That Michelob is going to be able to take the position. So the high line is not being as helpful as the low line as of right now. Johnny Hurst is going to be right there. He's going to be looking to capitalize. He's going to sail it into turn number 3. Oh, man. Hate to hear that you're sick, man. I hope you feel better. But you did say the 96. Let's check on the 96. He's going to be right there behind this battle. And he's got 4 trucks right there in front of him. But he's got a side view of Jeff Scott as they come into turn number 1. They're going to be 3 wide. Got a truck all the way out there to the wall. Not going to be able to get there. Not going to be able to get the position away from the 96 as Jeff Scott is going to tuck right back in line. And he's going to be right there in front of Adamson. Adamson was way up the track trying to utilize the very high line, but wasn't able to get there. And here comes Jeff Scott. He's going to look into the inside of the 96. Is he going to be able to get the run? Now they can use that below the yellow line right there, but they got to be careful coming back onto the track. That transition can very much upset the truck and get you out of shape. And they were almost looking to go 3 wide once again. And here comes that 19 that I said earlier. He's going to be one of the biggest movers. He's going to be up 4 positions right now, running in the 12th spot. He's looking down low from the down low of the 746. Well, we hope you are there, pilot. Definitely miss you out here on the track. You're always a fast driver, always there when it counts, and get to feeling better, get a lot of rest, and appreciate you stopping in and supporting your drivers on the track. All right, Stephen Chu, he is still going to be out leading about 0.8 of a second in front of Christopher Barker in that number 46. And there is a little bit of a gap between him and John Daniels. John Daniels was able to, he fell back to 5th. Now he is back up to 3rd. But here comes the 20. Alex, he's looking to get a good finish here tonight at Kentucky as he has made it all the way up to 4th. He's got Chris Phillips down 3 positions from where he started, and you got the 4 of Andrew Smith. They're going to be up 5 positions from where he started. He is actually the biggest mover of the race right now in 6th. You got Daniel Love. He is going to be down a couple positions, but he is going to have Johnny Hurst take it over as he sailed it into turn number 3 and out of turn number 4. He's going to pull the slide job, and here comes 71 to the inside. Yep. Going to try the crossover as they come across the start-finish line. 71 not ready to give up that position just yet. And we are here at lap number 23, almost a quarter of the way through the race. Man, oh man, I wish my race was this exciting last Monday. Did have a pretty good finish, but these drivers, they are a challenge. I'm not the best driver out there, but I'm not the worst. And they definitely gave me a run for my money on Monday night in those Gen 6 Cup cars. And, man, what a fun time it was. Get out here and race with them. And Wednesday night, being able to broadcast for them. So, always a pleasure to be out on the track with a lot of these drivers. And it looks like Johnny Hurst, he is going to be up 3 positions. He was able to make the pass on Daniel Love and keep that position. And he's got that Mobile 1 58 Ford flying through the field. He's only up 3 positions, but he's running around in the top 10 and sitting right there in 7th. All right, pretty much single file racing as of right now. They got about 75% of fuel. So, which means if it does go green, they will have to make that pit stop. They have 3 sets of tires here tonight. 2, they have 1 fast repair. Well, if we need it, we have 2 green and white checkers. But the 2 of Tim Richardson, he's looking to the inside of Dougie Wagner. Not going to be able to get there this time. And coming into turn number 1, Doug Wagner was involved in an incident earlier, and now he finds himself towards the back. He's going to be down some positions, but if you sit back, save the tires, save the fuel, go the extra distance, you might be able to catch a win here later on in the race. 26 laps are complete, coming to lap number 27. And there is your leader. The second place is going to be under fire as Barker has Daniels right there in the rear view. We saw Daniels, be up towards the front and almost dominating in the Gen 6 series here at Kentucky. But speaking of Kentucky, if you are not busy tomorrow night, the American Sheepdog Racing Series is coming back, and they're going to be in the next gen cars, and they will be here at Kentucky Speedway. So that's some racing that you don't want to miss, because a lot of these drivers and the drivers from American Sheepdog, they will all combine their forces and put on a show for you in those next gen Cup Series cars. So if you're not busy, definitely tune in. I'll have the link available kind of early. I might be able to schedule it here tonight, so be looking forward to that link. So if you're not racing, you should be watching and cheering on your favorite driver. Well, Steven Shu wanting to see that battle right there behind him as it is side by side, and it looks like John Daniels is going to be able to make the pass, and that's what he wanted to see. He wanted to see those two really get side by side, but I believe he is starting to lose a little bit of ground unless he is kind of laying back a little bit, and let's take a look on his onboard. And right now we're riding about 172 miles an hour, and that 02 is starting to close that gap quick, fast, and in a hurry as they are coming out of turn number 4 across that start-finish line. Lap number 30 is underway right now, and we've only seen one caution so far. Looks like a bunch of single-file racing, and let's go back here and check on Matt Worrell. That is another one of the good drivers here. He has got a hornet's nest right there in front of him. There you see he is going to be in that number 79. He's got the 30 of Dougie Wagner and the 28. I do believe that's the 28. Is that the 28? John Hudson right there in front of him? Yes. Well, you got to ask yourself, what would you do for a contact bar? Kind of making me hungry now. Not gonna lie. Not gonna lie. I want an ice cream. Oop, wrong button. Well, third place is under fire. It looks like Alex is starting to work his way through the field. He is going to be up 2 positions, and he wants that third spot. As the 46 of Christopher Barker, he is going to be right there up 2 spots also. Why, hello. How's it going? Chastity out there in the chat. Appreciate you stopping by and watching tonight's broadcast. Always good to have a fan while you're racing and while you're broadcasting. All right, well, lap number 32 is underway. We have made it past a quarter of the way. We've only had one caution here so far. Johnny Hurst, he is still going to be one of the biggest movers, but the biggest mover of the race right now is going to be this man right here. We named him at the beginning of the race, and now we're going to name him again, and that is going to be Mr. Rick Baldwin. He has made it up 7 positions from where he started this race, and he is working himself through the field. He's got a little bit of traffic right there in front of him, but no problem for this man as me and him were racing it out on the last lap, and he beat me. He definitely beat me, and now he has got that Toyota rocking and rolling as he looks to the bottom in turn number 3. He's trying to get around Chris Phillips right there in front of him, and Chris Phillips has Adamson right there in front of him. And here comes that 19. He's going to be looking to the bottom of the racetrack. They're going to be side by side. Oh, not going to be able to get there this time. It looks like Chris Phillips was able to use the momentum off that high line and keep that position. But here they come into turn number 1. Once again, nose to tail. And that Toyota is mighty close to that Chevrolet's back bumper as they come out of turn number 2, headed for that backstretch. Rick Baldwin not afraid to use that back bumper. And now he's going to be looking to the inside of the 6 of Chris Phillips once again. Is he going to be able to make the pass this time? Because as these two are battling it out side by side. Ooh, a little bit loose right there. He has to gather it back up. That's what Dale Adamson really wants to see, because now he has got a little bit of breathing room between him and Rick Baldwin. But Rick Baldwin proving that he has a faster truck, now up 8 positions, now making it into the top 10. He's looking for a win here tonight. He finished in 8th Monday night. He's looking to put his Toyota in victory lane here tonight. Well, that Crown Royal number 746. He is right there in the 7th position. He's going to be also up six spots. He's going to be another big mover of the race, and we'll show you those big movers. And there they are. Rick Baldwin going to be the biggest mover. You got Andrew Smith. He's going to be the second biggest mover, tied with Adamson, Ledford, and Johnny Hurst going to be the 5th biggest mover of the race. Well, John Daniels looking to take the lead back as they come out of turn number 4. And you got the 00 up top. He may have used the tires on that 00 too early, but early pit stops could make a difference here, as we have seen a lot of green flag racing. So it might come down to fuel mileage. It might come down to pit strategy. It might come down to tire saving. But we'll have to see how it turns out as they head towards the backstretch. It looks like the 00 is going to have a nice little run, but he's going to scrape the wall. This is going to slow him down just a little bit. Coming into turn number 3. not going to be able to have that momentum to get back up there to the front. John Daniels saved what he could, and now here at coming to lap number 38, he is going to take the lead right back. He started on the pole. He's going to be right back out front at lap number 38. It looks like Love is going to be on. Oh, we got some green flag pit stops, and here comes Mr. Baldwin. You got Giggity Carl, and you got Matthew Gall, and Hawkins coming down. Well, John Daniels is going to stay out, and it looks like 38 laps is going to be their pit window. So lap number 72 might be the next time we see these drivers pit. You have Worrell, he pitted at lap number 3, and Wagner, which these drivers are still out there on the track trying to make up a little bit of time. Go the extra distance. They probably took a couple gallons of fuel while they were in the pits, getting a little bit of damage repaired. But 4.1 seconds, Daniels over Hurst. Hurst has Adamson right there on the outside, going to utilize that outside lane, got the momentum, coming in turn number 3, not able to get clear, and here comes Hurst down to the bottom of the racetrack. He is not going to be able to get to that third spot just yet, but Adamson and Worrell, they're going to be the biggest movers of the race as of right now as green flag pit stops commence. Got a few more down in the pits. You got Shue, you got Barker, you got Smith, and you got Richardson all in the pits getting their 4 fresh fuel goods and topping it off with some of that Sunoco race fuel. As we have reached a lap number 40. John Daniels still out front. Yeah, Hurst, he has made the pass for second. That's going to put Dale Adamson right there in third as the pit stops are still commencing. Daniel Love, Matthew Ace Barker, Matt Worrell, and James Wagner all on the lead lap. And here comes some of your leaders. That's going to be Hurst, 45 miles an hour. Pit road speed, and you also got Adamson. Wagner going to stay out, and Daniel Love going to bring his number 71 Ford F-150 down pit road. Been a great racing here so far. Kentucky has not disappointed. We'll see what happens as tomorrow night. We'll be right back here as Daniels almost scraping the wall coming out to turn number 4. Ran a great race on Monday and looking for another great finish here. Now James Wagner, he's going to bring his truck down. Ooh, almost had to lock him up there, but he did get it down under 45 miles an hour. Daniel's still staying out. He's going to have, if he saved a lot of fuel to make this a one-stop shop, he's got it in the bag. But I don't believe he's going to have that one-stop shop. And he's going to bring his truck down pit road. Oh, get it slow down. Oh, maybe. He may have got it. 45 miles an hour is going to be your pit road speed. And he may have been a little bit over. I don't exactly know. But pit road penalty can really hurt you. And you got Barker and you got Worrell. They're all bringing their trucks down. And I love the paint on that truck right there. Honor the Fallen. One of my favorite trucks on the track right now. Well, Alex still out there. He is possibly going to take over the lead. He pitted at lap number 37. So he's already moved up to third. Now he's going to move up to second. Now he's going to take over the lead from Daniels. So we'll have to see how that all plays out. And you got Barker and Worrell. They're coming out. Everybody going to be back on the lead lap except for Ramsey and Ledford. Well, there is your lead, 1.3 seconds to Alex. And he may be in a little bit of trouble as he's got a hornet's nest right there behind him. If he cannot save those tires, if I'm out this much of a lead, I'm going to save what I got. I'm going to make them race for it, catch me, run me down, and burn up their stuff. As you have Barker, he pitted at lap number 39. He's got the freshest tires. Him and Smith have the freshest tires in this little bitty bunch. Other two have about 1 to 3 laps older tires, but they're running in a 4-car pack. All green flag racing except for at the beginning, at lap number 1 took out a couple of drivers, but they were able to get those fast repairs and get back out there on the track. Let's go check in on one of them, and that is going to be that number 30 truck of Doug Wagner. And speaking of Wagner, let's see if our commercial is going to allow us to play it. So without further ado, we're going to take a look at one of tonight's sponsors, and that is going to be James Wagner Welding.
Ruff-Neck Racing would like to thank our sponsor, Wagner Welding. Wagner Welding is a family-owned and operated business located in North Wilkesboro, North Carolina. They specialize in custom-built truck beds and framework devices. You can reach them at 336-670-3427 or visit the shop located at 446 DeHart Church Road.
All right, that was James Wagner Welding. There's the info. If you got any customization that you need to do to your trucks, you have the number. And we will take another look at one of those other sponsors. But another sponsor shout out is going to be MAG Real Estate in San Antonio, Texas. That is another proud sponsor of the James Wagner Truck Series, or Ruff-Neck Truck Series. All right, lap number 49 is underway. Coming to lap number 50. And there it is. We have officially reached halfway in tonight's race. It's been a good race so far, and it looks like Smith, he is going to be looking to challenge. And this is the driver with 2 lap fresher tires. But you also have Daniels coming out of the field, and he has made it back up to third after his pit stop. He's about 0.6 of a second back from these two battling it out for the lead, and it looks like the 20 may be giving it up to the 4 as they come out of turn number 4. It's going to be side by side almost as they come across the start finish line and looking into turn number 1, and 2 laps could make a difference depending on which line that you run. And you see the 4, he's riding a little bit higher. He's going to diamond it in the corner as they come out of turn number 4. They're going to slide it all the way up to the wall. It looks like the 4 is going to try to get the better run. And here they come down the backstretch, nose to tail. 4 is going to look to the outside lane. Is he going to dive it down to the yellow line as they come into turn number 4? Out of turn number 4, he's going to keep it a little bit lower. He's not going to have the run that he wanted, but here comes John Daniels looking to interrupt this little battle going on for the lead and try to get it back himself. We got quite a few viewers out there on the chat. We appreciate y'all stopping by. Please do hit that like, share, and subscribe. And don't forget, we do have the Roku channel over there on your smart device. If you got a Roku TV, download the channel and you can watch all your favorite races on the big screen. But coming out of turn number 4, it is still going to be nose to tail for the 20 and the 4 as they come across the start finish line. The 4 is going to look to the outside. Here comes John Daniels. He's going to look to the inside of the 4. Coming into turn number 1. 4 outside, 02 inside, 20 in front. Not going to be able to get there this time, and then it looks like the 4 was able to shove his way to the outside of the track, and John Daniels is going to be still right there side by side. But does the 4 have the momentum to get the run off of turn number 4? And I believe he's going to be able to keep that position as of right now, using a little bit of draft from the 20. And here they come into turn number 1 once again, and the 02 may have had a door open, but it just closed as the 02 and the 20 are going to battle it out. What a nice three-way battle for the lead. And the 4 is going to look to the outside. It looks like Smith, he's going to overtake the lead just for a moment. Coming into turn number 3. Not going to be able to keep it. He's going to diamond it. And can he make the crossover coming out of turn number 4? 3 wide for the lead and a little bit of contact. The 20 had to give up the position to not wreck them all out. And it looks like John Daniels is going to sneak back up to the front, using that inside lane. And just those two used maybe just a little bit more tire than they wanted to, and those fresher tires of Daniels put him right back out front. Now let's take a look in front of him. He's got a lap down truck, and that I believe is going to be the 8. And that's going to be Devino. He is going to have the leaders coming up on him fast. And there's the leaders crossing over the start finish line. There is Daniels crossing over. And coming to turn number 1, he's going to probably yield and give them the position and not really ruin their race. That's one thing I love about these drivers. There is a lot of give and take and a lot of good sportsmanship. As looks like the 8 might have a little bit of connection issue as he did blink out. But let's go back to Christopher Barker. He has a little bit of a challenge, and there is that name that we called earlier. He is the biggest mover as of right now. And he is moving himself up into the 4th position. That is going to be Mr. Rick Baldwin. I told you his truck was fast. And I told you he was fast on Monday. And look where he's sitting right now. He's got Barker right there on his outside. He's looking to the inside. But he's also got Adamson, which we talked about him a little bit. And here he is right here in the top 10. He's going to be up about 8 positions, trying to keep that 19 at bay. So a lot of good racing out there on the track. Let's go see as looks like Giggity Carl, Johnny Hurst, and looks like Houston. They are going to be trying to settle their battle out. And these drivers are pitted at lap number 41, 38, and 37. So Giggity Carl having to fight for his life, in that 8th spot, trying to keep that number 28. Maybe offered him a contact bar. I don't know. Jeff, what would you do for a contact bar? Will you give up that position? I don't think he is. He must not like contacts. All right, back out front. It's going to be a 9/10 of a second lead over Smith, and that is going to be Mr. John Daniels. John Daniels, once again, started on the pole, and he is still on the pole leading this race. We're over halfway. We're coming to lap number 60. Got about 41 laps left to go here into tonight's race. It's been all green flag racing, except for one caution. Once again, tomorrow night's schedule will be back here at Kentucky with the American Sheepdog Racing, and a lot of these drivers will be over there in the next gen Cup Series car. So they'll be doing the pretty much back-to-back track for all 3 series. You got the Ruff-Neck Gen 6 Cup Series, you got the Truck Series, and you got the American Sheepdog Gen 6 series, Next Gen Series, and they pretty much mimic each track, so you'll get to see all 3 series on the same track each and every week, and it should be some pretty exciting racing as all these cars react differently to the track. So you might see a driver really good in the truck, but he might not be so good in the next gen car or the Gen 6, or vice versa. Might be good in the Gen 6 and not good in the next gen. But we'll have to all see how it plays out, and it is good that they have different series for the same track. But Smith, he's got a little bit of breathing room, and let's go through the field, and that is going to be sponsored by MAG Real Estate in San Antonio, Texas. We got John Daniels. He started on the pole. He's running in first as of right now after green flag pit stops. You got Andrew Smith. He's going to be up 9 positions as Devino. Oh, it looks like Johnny Hurst entered in pit lane. I don't know what happened to that 58, but it might be an early pit stop. But John Daniels, he's going to be out front. You got Andrew Smith up 9 positions to start in a second. Alex is right there in third. He's going to be up 3. You got Christopher Barker in 4th. He's going to be up 1 position. You got Dale Adamson in 5th. He's going to be up 8. In 6th, up 10 positions is going to be that number 19 Toyota driven by Rick Baldwin. Giggity Carl, old Mr. Jeff Scott himself, going to be up 5 and running in 7th. Well, excuse me. He's going to be running in 8th. John Houston is going to be in 7th, trying now back to 8th. He's going to be right there where he started this race. Chris Phillips, he's going to be right there in 9th. He's going to be down 7 positions. You got Matthew Gall, he's going to be up 4, wrapping up your top 10. 11th is going to be Daniel Love. He is going to have his 71 Ford F-150 in 11th. He's going to be down a couple positions, but still a lot of racing left to go. 36 laps. Down 9 positions is going to be Steven Shue. We saw him up leading the race. He made an earlier pit stop than the leaders, but I don't know what exactly happened. Probably saving his stuff for the end. But 13th is going to be Matthew Barker, Mr. Ace himself, in that number 96. He's down a couple, but he's in 13th. Doug Wagner, he's going to be in 14th, down a couple of positions, involved in an earlier incident. And he's back here saving fuel, saving tire, trying to make it to the end and grab a good finish here. Matt Worrell going to be up 3, wrapping up your top 15. Got Richardson, he's going to be up 5 in 16th. Chad Hawkins, he's going to be right there where he started. And you got Johnny Hurst, he's going to be the first car, 1 lap down, passing everybody like they're standing still on those 4 fresh feel goods. This could be his last stop of the night, as he makes a pass. But he's got he's got a lot of work left to do. But this could be the time that he needs to make it up. And we have the 20, we have the 46, we have the 19, we have the 28, all coming down pit road. So green flag pit stops have commenced. We'll see how this all plays out. But that 02 has a commanding lead of 3.8 seconds. All right, more takers down pit road. Is going to be the 746. He's going to give up the 3rd position. James Wagner going to be moving up to 4th. Up 13 is going to be 5th place of Matt Worrell. Johnny Hurst, after that early pit stop, he has already made it up to 7th. Pitted at lap number 63. So he's got quite a few fresher tires than some of the other drivers are still out there on the track. He's gonna make a pass on Adamson. Adamson is still in his pit box. He's been in there for quite a while. Did he get a pit penalty, or has he got some damage? Ooh, he's gonna lose a lot of time. And it may have been a penalty for the 746. I hate to see that, but 5 cars on the lead lap, and Daniel's still out front, 4.5 seconds out in front of Andrew Smith. And you got Matthew Barker. He's going to be about 12 seconds back. James Wagner got a little bit of his own battles going on with lap traffic. Worrell going to be the last car on the lead lap. That number 79 Stars and Stripe Chevrolet Silverado. Well, 31 laps to go, coming to 30. And it's been a show for this man right here. Can he bring home the win, or will an early pit stop may ruin it? We'll have to see, as Hurst has made it all the way up to 6th. Now Daniels does have to pit, but he has saved a lot of tire. And probably saved a lot of fuel. Let's see. Let's go with his onboard. There you see he's on the gas, 5,800 RPMs. Now he's going to extend. He's going to put the pedal down to the floor, and 174 miles an hour coming into turn number 1. Five seconds back to Smith. Smith pitted at lap number 39. He's got about 4 lap older tires than your leader of John Daniels. Now Daniels, he is going to be coming in for his final pit stop. No, don't slide it. Oh, that could be catastrophic if he entered in wrong, but he was able to keep it straight. And Smith, he's going to bring his truck down. What's Matthew Barker going to do? He is going to stay out here. He's going to get him a lap lead. And I know Jimmy Pilon, that is one of his teammates right there. Johnny Hurst still sitting in 6th. Couple trucks still in pit road. Daniels, he's right at 7 seconds right now, 8 seconds. He is going to probably lose a couple positions, but he's going to have some fresh tires, and I believe he's going to be down and away at 14 seconds, and Daniels is out. Now Hurst, he's going to come out into turn number 1, and I believe Daniels is going to have enough of a lead here. Oh, no, don't believe so, but he's going to have the fresh tires, so can Johnny Hurst keep him at bay for 27 laps? We have not seen a caution. Baker and Worrell, they're both going to be still out there to track, and it looks like Worrell has a little bit of traffic to deal with, as he's going to let Giggity Carl go right on by the bottom of the racetrack. He's going to stay up high. James Wagner, he's going to be down and away. Sorry about that, folks. And it looks like Johnny Hurst could not keep Daniels at bay. And Johnny Hurst is going to be falling back to 4th. Now, this is only their second set of tires. That everybody should have an extra set in the pits. 25 laps to go. Only quarter of the race left. JD and Hurst battle. I don't believe Hurst has the tires to really put up a fight with Daniels. 10 lap older tires, but Hurst still holds the fastest lap on the track. And not too far back is going to be this man right here, Christopher Barker, in that Foothills Motorsports Toyota. He is making his way up to the back bumper of Hurst, but Daniels, he is going to overtake the lead as Worrell. He's going to bring his truck down. Barker, Mr. Ace, he's going to have his truck still out here on the track. He last pitted at lap number 43. I don't think he has enough fuel to really extend it that far. You can see he's off the gas, off the brakes, 138 miles an hour, but he's got a commanding 19-second lead over Daniels. So let's ride on board in the cockpit and see what he's doing. Off the gas, off the gas, off the gas. So he's pretty much off the gas. He's saving what he has. I don't know exactly how much fuel he has in that truck, but he's definitely let's ride on board with Daniels. Daniels doing 158 miles an hour, so he's a lot faster than the 96. Can the 96 pull it off with a fuel strategy? 23 laps to go, now 22. As we still have a lot of trucks a lap down due to the fact that he has not pitted yet. 151, and we're going to go back to Barker. 160 down the backstretch. He's going to slow it way down. So, yeah, a 30-mile-an-hour difference between those two. Oh, Merrick in the chat. rooting on it. Oh, and Barker is going to bring his number 96 down. He's going to have the freshest tires on the racetrack. He's going to have about 6 lap newer tires. But is that going to be enough? Did he stay out a little bit too long? We'll have to see. With 21 laps to go, I do believe now it's going to be 20. No, I believe I was right the first time. But Barker, and a lot of people are going to get some laps back. Yes, all the way back to Adamson. He is going to be the last car on the leading lap. And down and away is Barker. What a quick pit stop that was. And now he has got a commanding lead of 3.9 seconds. The only one right now that can beat him is him. And look at what we have here. Rick Baldwin, he is right now in a battle for second place. We said that number 19 might be up towards the front. Now he is up here right alongside of Christopher Barker. And this is a battle for the second position. And now look at Matthew Gall. These are your two biggest movers right here. You got Rick Baldwin and Matthew Gall. One's up 13 positions and the other is up 10. And we'll put that back up there so you can see. It looked kind of funky. There it is. Tim Richardson, he's going to also be a third biggest mover along with Andrew Smith and Johnny Hurst. So there is your top 5 biggest movers of the race. But those two right there are still side by side. And we had a little bit of tap. Johnny Hurst going to be in the wall, going to be slower. So he's going to fall back just a little bit, maybe a little bit too older tires, or that truck got a little bit aero tight. But right back out here to this battle for the second position. It is the 19 and 46. 46 is going to be working that outside. Here comes the 19 into turn number 1. 19 is going to have that bottom lane. That is the most preferred lane. Truck going to push up just a little bit, but he's going to dive it right back down to the yellow line. And they're almost 3 wide. Here comes Andrew Smith for third, and they're going to pull the slide job. 46 not ready to give up just yet as Christopher Barker looking down to the inside. Not going to be able to get there. Here comes Matthew Gall into turn number 3. Now the 746 right there behind him. That is not for a position. He is going to be the first car 1 lap down. So he is just waiting for that caution to come out. If these drivers get to racing hard enough, we might see that second caution. But 17 laps to go, and it is really starting to heat up. Here is Matthew Gall. He's looking to the inside of Christopher Barker. That is a battle for the 4th position, and it looks like he's not going to be able to get it this time. He's got a 746 coming up to the back bumper. Will the 746 help the 46, or will he help the 48? As a slow truck. That's going to be Dougie Wagner. He is going to be very slow on the apron. He's got a lot of right front damage. But back to this battle here. This is for the second position. Andrew Smith looking to take the inside from Baldwin. Baldwin going to hang tough on the outside. Going to dive it down to the yellow line. Trying to get that momentum off the corner of the exit in turn number 2. Not going to be able to get there this time. That's 2 Toyotas battling. We got 1 Chevrolet leading and 3 Toyotas in tow. The first Ford is going to be in 5th. That's going to be this man right here, that number 78 in that MAG Real Estate Ford F-150. Can we make it a battle of the manufacturers up here on the podium, or will we see the Toyotas take at least 2 podium positions at the end of this race? Well, 4.7 seconds for Daniels, and you have Andrew Smith. He has extended his gap on Baldwin, but Baldwin has extended the gap on Barker. Barker still has a mirror full of a Ford and a Chevrolet. So that's going to be a battle, or excuse me, 2 Fords. The Chevrolet in his rearview mirror is once again not for a position. But he has made a little bit of ground on Matthew Gall. Matthew Gall's 14 laps to go, holding tight in the 5th spot. You got Giggity Carl. He is going to be trying to catch up to Johnny Hurst. Johnny Hurst going to be right there in front of him. Johnny Hurst did scrape the wall just a little bit. Doesn't look like it hurt that truck very much on that right side. But coming out of turn number 2, looks like Jeff Scott. He has got some momentum. It looks like Steven Shue. He got into the wall just a little bit. 20 is going to look to capitalize. He's going to go down to the bottom of the racetrack in turn number 3. It is pretty much spread out racing as we only have about 12 laps to go, 13 to be exact. And you know what? While we are green flag racing, let's do one more time and take a look at tonight's sponsors of James Wagner Welding.
Ruff-Neck Racing would like to thank specialize in custom-built truck beds and framework of all types. You can reach them at 336-670-3427 or visit the shop located at 446 DeHart Church Road.
All right, once again, we want to thank James Wagner Welding for being on board with the Ruff-Neck Truck Series. And we also want to thank MAG Real Estates out there in San Antonio, Texas. You're looking for some property, looking for a house out there in San Antonio, Texas. Definitely look up MAG Real Estates, and they'll most likely be able to find you the house that you've been looking for. All right, Andrew Smith has about a 1.5 second lead over Baldwin. They pitted at. Looks like Smith pitted at lap number 73 and 67 for Baldwin. Baldwin has Barker right there behind him. He pitted at the same time as Baldwin, so it's a little bit spread out. So we could see our top three here as the leader comes across the line, coming to 10 to go. I don't see a caution in sight. But while we got a little bit of time, we'll go through the field and let you know where your favorite drivers are. And you got John Daniels. He is going to be out front. You got Andrew Smith. He is going to be right there in second. He's going to be the second biggest mover of the race. You got Rick Baldwin. He is going to be right there in third, the biggest mover of the race. We talked about him at the beginning, and now we're going to be probably talking to him at the end, unless Christopher Barker is able to get his truck to put the power down on the track and catch that number 19 Toyota. You got Christopher Barker right there in fourth, another big mover of the race. He's going to be tied for the second biggest mover is going to be Matthew Gall running in your top five. Alex in that number 20 Chevrolet, he is going to be right there in sixth. He started in sixth, and now he is going to be running in sixth. So not a bad run for that machine right there. Giggity Carl, well, Mr. Jeff Scott, going to be right there in seventh. He's going to be up 5 positions from where he started. Not a bad run. Maybe finishing off in the top 10 with 8 laps, coming to 8 laps to go. Johnny Hurst holding tight in the 8th spot. He's got Steven Shue slowly creeping up as he gets a little bit loose coming out of turn number 4. But Steven Shue going to be down 6 positions. He's hanging tough in the top 10 and riding around in 9th. Daniel Love right there topping off your top 10. He's going to be down a couple positions also, but not a bad finish here at Kentucky. Kentucky is not the easiest track, but it's not the most difficult, but different cars handled differently here at Kentucky. Chris Phillips, he's going to be right there outside the top 10 in 11th. You got Matthew Worrell. He's going to be up a couple positions in 12th. You got John Houston in 13th. You got Matthew Barker, Mr. Ace himself. He's going to be right there in 14th, hanging on to a top 15. Up 6 positions is going to be in 15th. Is going to be Mr. Tim Richardson. And I don't know why that's not switching, but we'll try to take it off. Nope, it doesn't want to come off. Chad Hawkins, he is going to be right there up 1 spot, and he is going to be in 16th. Dale Adamson, he's going to be in 17th. So, all right, sorry about the driver on board. It's just not wanting to change for me, and I can't get it off the screen, so. But 6 laps to go. This man right here putting on a show. 5.2 seconds ahead of Mr. Andrew Smith. And there is a second place. Andrew Smith and Rick Baldwin going to be right there in third. Still can't get that out there. Let me see if I can put something else on there. Ah, there we go. Finally. No, it's back. There we go. All right, and it looks like a little bit of it might have a position change as 5 laps to go, and it looks like Barker is really starting to put the pedal down. Coming out of turn number 4, he's still got a 746 right there, and Rick Baldwin, he can use that lap down car as a buffer between him and the 46, unless the 46 is going to be able to get around the 746 very easily. Oh, yes, it's definitely been a pretty good race. All green flag racing except for that one incident. And, it looks like the 19 is now going to be under fire. He let the 746 go right on by. Now he's going to be trapped on the outside as the 46 is looking to the inside. He's got the door open. Can he walk through it? Not going to be able to put the power down. He was stuck on the bottom lane. Could not slide up the racetrack and carry that momentum. He had to slow down for Baldwin, but we have 3 laps to go. This man right here has been dominating all night long, and he is now out to 5.1 seconds over Smith. Smith has about 3 seconds over Baldwin. Baldwin only has a few tenths of a second over Barker, and Alex, he's got a little bit of challenge from Matthew Gall. So here's your two biggest races right here between the 19 and the 46 and the 20 and the 78. As the 78 loses a little bit of ground. 2 laps to go here in tonight's race. Daniels coming out of turn number 2. He's got some lap traffic, but it's not going to slow him down. 5.1 seconds still separate these two separate Daniels from Smith. And you got Baldwin from Barker. They are still pretty much nose to tail. Those 2 Toyotas are going to sort this thing out as we come to 1 to go. And here comes the leader. He's going to cross over the start finish line right about now. And he is definitely going to bring home tonight's trophy. But it looks like Barker was able to clear Baldwin, and we're going to have to back that up once the race is over and see exactly what happened to Baldwin, because, oh my goodness, the white flag was out. He's got a damaged truck. This is the end of the race. He will finish wherever he can cross the line at, but here comes Daniels. He is going to make the final turn, and he is going to be able to cross the start-finish line 5.1 seconds out in front of everybody. And there is your race winner, Mr. John Daniels. You got Andrew Smith. He is going to cross the finish line in second. You got Barker. He had a nice little battle with the 19 of Baldwin. He's going to take home third. And Gall was able to get around his opponent and finish out in fourth. But let's give them a second to get slowed down. We'll give you your final race results, and then we'll be able to talk to our top 3. All right, looking at those race results presented by Mag Real Estate in San Antonio, Texas. You got John Daniels going to be tonight's race winner here at Kentucky Speedway. Now you got Andrew Smith. He's going to be finishing out in second. Third is going to be Chris Barker. Fourth is going to be Matthew Gall. Giggity Carl, Mr. Jeff Scott himself, he is going to finish out in the top 5. I bet you he's a happy camper right now. Stephen Chu, he's going to finish out in 6th. 7th is going to be Johnny Hurst. 8th is going to be Daniel Love. 9th is going to be Mr. Matthew Worrell. Chris Phillips is going to finish out your top 10. 11th is going to be Matthew Barker in that number 96. So he had some watchers out there. Mr. Pilot. John Houston, he is going to finish out in 12th. And Rick Baldwin, after his incident, he is going to finish out in 13th. 14th is going to be Tim Richardson. Chad Hawkins in 15th. Dale Adamson in 16th. Alex is going to finish out in 17th. 18th is going to be Chris Ramsey. Mikey Divino in 19th. Doug Wagner in 20th. And 21st is going to be Mr. Linford. All right. Well, on that last lap, we had an incident, and I want to just go back and take a look real quick. That was on the last lap. And it looks like a bump and run may have caused this, as they were coming to the white flag. Actually, the leader already took the white flag, so, and there it is. A little bit of a bump and run. 19 is going to spin around, probably pretty heated about that. But 46 is going to be able to sail right on by, and that's what happened to Mr. Baldwin. Had really high hopes for him to be on the podium tonight, but there's the 20. 20 had a good battle going on with the 78. That's where all the damage came from. Hate to see that for those 2 trucks. They were putting on a good show. And there goes Mr. Jeff Scott. All right. Well, that's what exactly happened with the the 19. Wanted to go back and take a look at that. All right, now it's time for our podium finishers. We have who do we have first? We got let's see, Christopher Barker. Let's find him. Mr. Barker, this is Richard up in the booth. You got a copy.
Yep, loud and clear, buddy.
Man, what an amazing last lap. You and the 19 were definitely battling it out, Toyota against Toyota, but the 19 got a little bit of a bump and run.
Yeah, listen, I don't deserve it. He just checked up a little bit, and, I was trying to be right there to get a good run, and I was on the throttle, and if he could have got it straightened out, dude, I'd have let him have it back. I feel terrible. But when I seen him going around, there was nothing I could do for him, but I hate it.
Well, it's not the way that you want to end a race, but man, you did grab a podium. It was a fun watching you two battle it out. You held back. You had who was it? Adamson right there in between y'all, kind of giving you a little bit of buffer. And I don't know if you were back there saving, but man, you came back from about 0.8 of a second and right back to his back bumper. So it was an amazing run. You both had very fast trucks, and just unfortunate things happen.
Oh yeah, it's racing,
but
it is what it is.
Absolutely. Well, congratulations on that third place finish. You know what happens when you get those podium finishes, man. You get all the shout outs that you would like to give. And I'm going to hand the mic over to you.
Yes, sir. Everybody over at Ruff-Neck are doing a great job running this deal. Wife and kids for letting me play this so much. My teammates. Jeffrey, he had some internet trouble and dropped out. Hate that for him. Steven had a good car tonight. He probably would have been right up there, probably in front of me. He didn't have his tires turned on when he went into the pit stall, so that cost him, about 10 seconds, I think. But Chris Phillips, I guess that's it for Foothills. I want to thank you. You're doing a great job, Richard. I can't even think, man. I feel so bad, dude.
Well, I appreciate that. All the shout outs, they definitely appreciate you. Man, keep up the good work. You've been running pretty well this season. And
yeah, this track don't agree with me, man. It's been tough. Tonight and Monday night was tough. But anytime you're in the top 5, you can't complain really. I got to shout out Jamie Wagner if he's listening, or if he ain't anyway.
Well, definitely. Well, good race here tonight. Can't wait. Are you going to be joining us in the American Sheepdog race tomorrow night?
Probably not. I think I'm just going to run 2 nights a week this season. I'd like to, but between practice and racing 2 nights a week, it's a lot.
Absolutely. Well, congratulations on that third place finish once again, and can't wait to see what you can do next Monday night in the Gen 6 series.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. All right, that was third place finisher of Christopher Barker. I see out there, KNS. I really do. All right, well, we're going to go to our second place finisher, and that is going to be Mr. Drewski. Andrew, this is Richard up in the booth. You got a copy.
I hear you.
How about that number 4 Toyota bringing home a second place finish here at Kentucky?
Hey, you know what? We did it. I've never really raced Kentucky. This is probably about my first race, especially in the trucks here at Kentucky. So to come out, and I kind of, like I was just telling John Daniels, I was kind of getting behind people, just trying to learn, and ended up getting behind him. And I was like, well, John's really good, so whatever he does, I'll do. And I mean, like I said, it got me second. I wasn't expecting it. I wasn't expecting to have a good car, so we did it.
Well, you were one of the biggest movers as you were tied with, looks like Matthew Worrell. Y'all are both up in 9 positions from where you started. You came from the back. We only seen one caution, a lot of amazing racing going on, and I think the pit strategy kind of helps you out because you had some pretty fresh tires out there in those final laps.
Yeah, well, I noticed everybody started pitting, and I was like, well, should I pit now? And I saw John, he kept going, and I was behind him about 5 seconds back. So I was like, whatever John does, I'm going to do. So I stayed out as long as he did, and I see why he did that now. Because I flew up through everybody. I think I came out in 11th once I came out, from that last pit stop, and I mean, I poured through everybody. So
Well, definitely a fun race tonight as you bring home a podium finish, finishing out in second. John Daniels out there saying we found victory lane and had fun trying. But man, great job here tonight, man. You know what comes with those podium finishes. We'll give you the mic, and you can have all the shout outs you would like to give, my friend.
well, the first shout out's got to be for James Wagner's Welding for allowing us to do what we do each and every week. Got to give a shout out to Mag Real Estate. Got to meet Matt Gall in person when I was in San Antonio last week. Really cool dude. We appreciate him racing with us and sponsoring us and helping us out. And got to give a shout out to the Race to Stop Suicide team for allowing me to run their logos and support their charity.
Absolutely. Well, thank you, Mr. Andrew. And man, well, we got Kentucky tomorrow night at ASD in American Sheepdog. You're going to be joining us over there.
I will, and that's in the next gen, so I'm probably going to start practicing as soon as I get out of here.
Absolutely. We'll go put in some practice. Can't wait to see what you can do tomorrow night over there at American Sheepdog. Congratulations once again, and we'll catch you in a bit.
Yep.
All right, and that was Mr. Andrew Smith bringing home a second place finish. And now it is time to bring up the man with the plan, brought home the win here at Kentucky, and that is going to be Mr. John Daniels. Let's get him up. Mr. Daniels, you got a copy?
I can hear you.
I can hear the excitement, man. Kentucky, a win. Man, tell us a little bit about that race. Man, you had 5 seconds over the whole field. You had some great strategy going on, and, man, you're just able to save and take off.
Yeah, I finally figured out something to help my qualifying speed with the trucks, and that's what got me pole. I was, just for whatever reason, I just never was able to qualify well within reason with Ruff-Neck or in associate league races, and just it started off good. Nearly lost it on turn 2 on the first lap, but that early caution kind of saved me and kind of reset me for the better. Then we just executed a strategy. It was just save in the beginning and be strategic when we pitted, so it wasn't overload so it wasn't taking too long on the tires at the end. But we executed perfectly. That's all you can hope for.
Absolutely. Well, Merrick was out there watching. He said, that's my boy out there in the chat. He's definitely watching you bring home that victory here at Kentucky, man. You go from Monday night, you ran good Monday night, and then you come back here Wednesday night, and you run good, and now you have tomorrow night, and it's in all 3 different cars. Man, you're going to be running tomorrow night. How much of a difference do you feel in each and every car? You went from Gen 6, now you're in the trucks, and I know you run the next gens. So, what are you feeling about, the transition in cars? Is it helping you, or does that kind of, you get used to one and it hurts you in another?
Well, the thing is with Kentucky, is it depends track to track. Kentucky, this is my 3rd race at Kentucky. You had the privilege of broadcasting Cannonball when we raced our Gen 6s there a few weeks ago,
Yep.
Star Wars night. And then this past Monday was the 2nd race that I ever done here. And, this is 3rd race. I'm still learning the track to some extent. Because I only until really this race did I finally get a consistency with turn 3, which is my biggest struggle. Track time still feels like king for me. But I definitely know that of the 3 cars that, Ruff-Neck and American Sheepdog use, the trucks are what I'm most familiar and comfortable with. So it's certainly going to be a case of practice. A little bit tonight, a little bit tomorrow to do that. But we got fresh livery on the car for that. It's going to be very similar to what you saw on Monday and Wednesday.
Absolutely. Well, can't wait to see what you can do tomorrow night. But man, what a great race here tonight. You had a couple battles that you were able to get through, and some traffic to get back out to the front, and you were able to succeed and put that truck in victory lane. Congratulations. You know what comes next. Man, you got all the shout outs that you would like to give, because you definitely earned them here tonight.
Amen to that. Well, first, let's see. Ruff-Neck and their admins first for hosting this league. The Wagners for the welding company and all that. I'm running their sponsor on the car. If you look on the quarter panel of the truck and the deck lid. Let's see. Cannonball and Merrick for teaching me and helping out with everybody here. And the alliance between our leagues has really helped cross pollinate things and make things better. Let's see, Mag Real Estate, we got that on the deck lid as well on all the cars now. Find Love or Die Trying, the visual novel, free on Steam. Let's see, and then the last but certainly not least, Pre-Your Rim Protectors. They're my buddies on the endurance side of racing, so you gotta always give them a good shout out. But we'll be looking forward tomorrow for American Sheepdog.
Absolutely. Well, congratulations once again. Go celebrate. You definitely earned it, and we can't wait to see what you can do tomorrow night here back at Kentucky in the next gen cars.
That'll be the plan. I'm going to be ready to burn it down.
All right. Have a good night, my friend.
You as well. Take care and be safe, and to all a good night.
Yes, sir. All right. That was Mr. John Daniels bringing home the victory here at Kentucky. Man, what a great race it was. 100 laps. We only had one caution, and they were able to finish it out. Man, the race went by very, very quickly. But once again, tomorrow night we do have American Sheepdog. We will be back here at Kentucky in the Gen 6 cars, or excuse me, the next gen cars. So make sure you tune in tomorrow night and watch a lot of your favorite drivers that run here, over there, and also your favorite drivers over at American Sheepdog. But that's going to be it for tonight's broadcast. Thanks for each and every one of you that tuned in tonight. Don't forget, we do have the Roku channel. If you got a smart TV, a Roku TV, or a Roku device plugged into your TV, you can definitely download our channel using your Roku app on your phone and watch all these previous races from Ruff-Neck Truck Series, ASDR, and more with our Race on Demand. But that's going to be it for tonight here over at Southern Broadcasting Gaming Network. We appreciate it. And y'all have a great night. Take care. And we'll see y'all tomorrow night. God bless y'all.